So today we're going to be making what I'm calling a scrapbook card. Now we're going to make one for Christmas. I've made these before for birthdays, just special occasions. What it is, it's a small card. Well, it's not small, it's, let's see, let me measure for you. 6.5 by 4.5. And it has inside, there's a little pocket here. And then it has 8 pages. And on these pages you can put photos. They fit 4 by 6 photos because the pages are 6.5 or 6.25 by 8.25. Let's see. 6.75 by 8.25. That's the size of your pages. No, I'm sorry. That's the full sheet. The actual pages are 4.25 by 6.25 because they're going to be a little bit smaller than your cover. Now I've got it. That's right. Okay, so you have 8 pages, which gives you 4 times 2 is 16 areas to either write, draw, have your kids draw, make a special card for someone and have everyone put something in it. You can put a photo, like I said. Only I suggest when you print your photos, don't use heavy photo paper because that will make this much too heavy, and I don't know if you mail it, you would need extra postage. Normally when I print photos for something like this, I use HP Everyday Photo Paper. And I showed it recently on one of my videos. I think it was the Daily Journal video. It's paper, it's not cardstock, heavy cardstock. And it prints very well. And it's a lot cheaper than photo paper, normal photo paper. So I suggest you would use that and put your photos in here. Now I wouldn't put photos on every page, but just write little sentiments, little memories you have. On this page you could put your greeting. You could either stamp something, or if you have an embellishment that wishes them Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. There's a little pocket on the front here for anything extra you want to tuck in. And I put a few extra. If you want to have your kids draw, they could draw on here this way. It's the exact size you need to put in the book, in the card. It will fit on here perfectly. These are 4 by 6. So it's the same size as a photo. Okay, now let's go. We'll get started on this one. I also made a envelope to match, which I've done for this Christmas one. Now, what I've done for mine, this is going to be the outside. I've done this on my graphics program. As I told you before, I always use that. But if you don't have a graphics program, if you have Christmas cardstock, should be cardstock for the outside of the card, you would need an 8.5 by 11 at least. You may have a 12 by 12. You can cut it down, but you need 10 inches for the card itself, and this is the little area I fold over for the pocket. So you need 11 by 11 by 7.25 for the cover. Oh, I'm messing up numbers today. The cover is, let me get 7. No. I'm reading from the wrong directions. That's why. Okay, the cover is 6.5 inches high. Right there, you see, by 11 inches wide. That's what you need for your cover. your pages will be 6 1/4 by 8 1/2, which will, fold it in half, will give you 2 pages. I'll be showing you that in a minute. You're also going to need some glue. You'll need a paper cutter. You also need, now I have a long arm stapler in order to staple into here. You need a stapler that's going to reach into here. If not, maybe you can open up your stapler and put like 2 staples along the back edge. Or you could, if you sew, you can put it in your sewing machine and just make like 2 little areas of stitching that will hold the pages in. It's not a lot of paper, it's only 4 sheets and the cardstock, so I think a sewing machine would go through this. Alright, so I'm going to get started. I also wanted to show you a few others I've made. This is good for any occasion. They're very special cards, some special memories just for you. We're always thinking of you. This one I made is Staying in Touch. Yeah, that's another one, the same as the first. So those are some I've made. You can make a birthday card like this, Christmas card, any card you need. Okay, I'm going to start cutting this. Now I have to make sure I'm using the correct measurements. I'm going to cut it at 11 inches wide by 6 1/2 inches high. So I don't have to cut anything off this side. This is 11 inches. I need to cut this at 6 1/2. Let's open this up. Six and a half is the height. 6 1/2. And the little strip at the top I'm going to cut off. Mine I'm going to cut on my edge using my wire. And that's all I'm going to cut off. This is going to get folded under, and this is going to get folded under. And I'm going to trim off this white on the top using my wire. Comes very handy. You just line up your edge with the wire. I've shown that before. Okay, now this one, I'm going to cut off this little bit. This is going to be our pocket on the back. Not a pocket, just a fold over. Cutting it with my wire. Cut that little nub off there. Bothering me. Okay, that's all we have to cut. Now we do need to score this, so I'm going to get my scoreboard. Okay. So we're going to put it on the long side. And we're going to score at 5 1/2. That'll be the center of our card, center of our paper. We're going to score this edge over here at 1. That's going to be our back fold over. And we're going to score this one at the 10-inch mark. This one will be our pocket. That's all you have to score. Okay, so we're going to fold in this edge, give it a burnish, fold in this edge, burnish that, and we're going to fold this over. hopefully it measures up. If not, just hold it together, press it down. Okay, so that's our front of our card. Now this side we want to make a pocket. We're going to put a little glue right along the edges. Come on, glue. Work today. Just a little to hold it down. I hope you can see me. I'm not watching the screen. Okay, now fold that over, press it down and hold it for a minute. Well, a few seconds. That's going to be our pocket. Now this back flap, I'd usually just fold it and glue it. But we could make a pocket back there. So I'll just put some glue on that area. We'll have two pockets. Okay, we'll fold that one over. Oh. And hold it. A few seconds, let the glue grab. This is very simple to make. Okay, that should be good. Burnish everything down flat. Okay, so that's basically the card. Now inside here we're going to put the pages. I have 4 sheets. I'm just using copy paper. I have used before 32-pound paper or linen paper that I have, but this will work. Just make sure when you're attaching your photos or your drawings, you use not too much glue on them because this is copy paper, it'll soak it up. So we're going to cut these at, see if I can remember the size here. Pages are 6 1/4 inches high by 8 1/2 inches, and when you fold them, they'll be 4 1/4. So the only thing we have to cut is 6 1/4 inches high. So I'm gonna get my cutter. 6 1/4. We're gonna cut. We're holding it in landscape mode. We're gonna cut off the bottom. Turn it this way so I can cut off my writing. 6 1/4. Cut into 4 sheets. Let's see if this works. Not quite. A few more passes maybe. Ah, there's one that didn't cut. And cut 6 1/4. Okay, we don't need those. And these are going to be our pages. We have 4 pages, 11 inches wide by 6 1/4 inches high. We don't need the cutter anymore. All we're going to do is take these pages, line them up, fold them over. Gee, they look big, don't they? What did I do wrong? They are the right height, and I do have to cut off the end. So when you're cutting, let's see here. We want a page to be 4 1/4. 4 1/4 plus 4 1/4 is 8 1/2. We could have cut it on the 8 1/2 inch side. How do you like that? but we didn't. So we're gonna cut this at 8.5. It's too wide. The pages themselves are 4 1/4. We cut this off at 8.5. I did it again. Okay, that's correct. I hope. Now we fold them over. They're 4 1/4 inches wide, or they should be. Give them a good press. Crease them down good. And these will go inside your card. Right in the fold. Yeah, that's a good. Just like that. Now we're going to staple these. If you want, like I said, you could just put a little bit of stitching, like in 2 spots to hold it in, if you don't have a stapler that would reach. Now I usually put the staple from the outside so that the prongs are on the inside. So when someone picks it up, they won't poke themselves. Okay. Put this in. Get 2 staples is all we need. One. A little bit higher. And make sure it's straight. 2 staples. Crease this down as much as you can. And there you have it. Pages. You have 8 pages, which will give you 16 sides. And they're all same size, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Just give them a little fold. Center, then you have another 4, which gives you another 8. I'm trying to do this quick today. My last video was much too long. So here are our pockets. We'll put photos in here, or little notes, or journaling. And that's all there is to the whole card. So you have 2 pockets, 16 places to decorate, write on, draw on, place photos. Now this one I did it on my program. You could, if you don't have a graphics program, you're just using Christmas cardstock. Just put a tag on the front or a little label. As Merry Christmas, or if you have any letters or words, however you want to decorate it. Now I've also made an envelope to fit. I'm going to cut that down. I'm just going to cut it. I'm going to leave like 1/4 inch to fold over on the edge. Just cut that off. And then you fold in the sides at 1/4 inch all the way down. Off there. That's okay, we're going to cut the bottom part off. Over on this side. And then fold along the bottom. Your pattern meets your white paper. Okay. Now the top, we fold over like just until it's over the edge of the back flap. Okay, now I'm going to take our scissor. I'm going to make a little slit here on an angle going up. No, should have been the other way, right? Oh, down 100 today. I'm going to trim this off. This little 1/4 inch edge. I'm going to fix this angle. I'm going to trim this edge off. Back flap of your card, you don't want it straight, you want to cut off just like a little angle to the edge. I'm having a very lot of troubles with it. I think because I'm rushing. So, don't want this video to be too long. Now this one I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start over here. Edge up. Okay. Now all we have to do is put a little bit of glue along this edge. Hopefully my glue will work. Yes. Thank you. On the other side. This is just a quick envelope. I should have cut it on my cutter and scored it on my cutter on my scoreboard, but I'm rushing. Okay, we have our glue. Bring up the sides. Wipe off any extra glue. Give it a good press. And there's your flap. Now what you can do, there isn't any adhesive on here, obviously. You could use a little piece of double-sided tape or sticker, Christmas sticker, and that would be your envelope. That's your card. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you try making one of these. They're very simple and they're very special. Whoever receives one of these would be very happy. So, I hope you like this video. If you like it, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. And please leave a comment below. And I'll be back soon. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.